New Las Vegas Raiders head coach Josh McDaniels' ideal offense is the one that broke all kinds of records in 2007. But as just an offensive coordinator, he had very little control over personnel, so he pretty much worked with what was given to him. But I believe if he had his way, he would have gotten the types of players he could try to recreate that record-breaking offense with. Not that he was complaining about quarterback Tom Brady and tight end Rob Gronkowski and all the Super Bowls they won, but in that record-breaking offense, he had one of everything for the passing game. Randy Moss was the top number one receiver. 4.22 40 running Dante Stallworth was a blazer. Wes Welker was the top slot receiver, and Ben Watson was the top tight end. All he needs now is a blazer to take the extra coverage away from the stars or make opposing defenses pay for not putting an extra man on him. Here are a couple of guys that are still free agents and a couple of guys that should be around in the third round of the draft. Which one do you want? Choice number 1 is Deshaun Jackson. Newsflash, at age 35, he's still a blazer. And he showed it at the beginning of the season with the Rams when they gave him a chance. Here, the Seattle Seahawks are lucky that he had to slow down for the ball, because he ran past the corner like he was standing there and he was on his way past the safety. But the Rams were really deep at receiver, so Jackson asked for his release and he got it. Then he came to the Raiders and he showed up in game 1, well, kinda. While making this big play against the Kansas City Chiefs, he made a critical ball security error. But a couple of games later, he made up for it in a big win against the Dallas Cowboys. His ability to make quick strike touchdowns or big chunk plays like this one opens up things for others. Or it at least gets some one-on-one coverage. Here we go with another big chunk play against the Cincinnati Bengals in the playoffs. Anytime he goes straight down the field or across the field with his speed, he separates. Oh yeah, and that speed kills after the catch too. Choice number 2 is John Ross, the fastest man in the NFL. His drop percentage his first couple of years in the NFL is a little high though. We don't know how much he could have improved that by now because he hasn't played too much because he's been injured. He made a big play and came up lame here. But look how easily he runs away from his man after a good release here. When he goes in motion like he does here, the defense cannot lose track of him. But they did here. He shows here he can even go up and get it a little bit. And with all that speed, Ross showed he can go with it after the catch. I mean, he can really go with it. If the safety misses the tackle, that's bye-bye. But it didn't work out with the Cincinnati Bengals, so he moved on to the New York Giants and showed he still had that speed. Ross shows here he can also track the deep ball and make adjustments to it. Oh, and I tell you what, he won't be expensive and he's only 26 years old. Choice number 3 is Danny Gray. He needs to work on his route running as he doesn't sell the vertical here. He also doesn't come back to the ball, so the corner jumps it and intercepts it. But he has 4.3 wheels, so he's going to beat you going across the field. And he can go with it a little bit after the catch. On this one, watch how easily he runs away from everyone. On this one, he's just going to get over the top of the whole defense. And this is what I mean by making you pay for not putting an extra man over the top of him. Choice number 4 is Tyquan Thornton out of Baylor. He has 4.28 40 speed, but at 6'2", he needs to high point the ball more in traffic. If only the quarterback weren't falling away while throwing this one. Again, with fast guys, it's more than just going down the field with speed. You can go across the field and separate with speed. But the number one way to thrill the fans, especially Raider fans, is beating you with speed down the field, right? Quick strike touchdowns and big chunk plays are what Raider football is all about. And from what the draft experts say, Thornton and Gray should be around from rounds 4 through 6. The connection between Carr and the number one receiver in the NFL is coming. Then there's elite tight end Darren Waller and elite slot receiver Hunter Renfrow, none of which can be covered one-on-one. So the Raiders need a speedster to draw coverage away or make them pay. Deshaun Jackson briefly did a pretty good job of that for the Raiders last year, so do you want him back? Do you want to try John Ross, the fastest man in the NFL who's still in free agency? Or do you want one of the guys that should be around later in the draft? Thank you for watching. See you next time.